Assalamu alaikum. I am Sumbul Zehra, lecturer in physics at Sir Syed Government Girls College. With the support and guidance of our very honorable principal Professor Khalda Parveen, today I am continuing my lecture series of BCS Physics first semester course, which is on the topic of force between two parallel current carrying conductor. Now, let's start with our topic, which is force between two parallel current carrying conductor. Practically, we have many examples in which we use a lead containing two wires and these two wires are carrying current. Maybe we make an arrangement in such a way that the current is parallel, means in the same direction, or it may be opposite, means one current is going downward and other current is going upward. There may be both the cases, but these two wires are parallel to each other. Like we can take two wires, or we can twist them, or we can roll them, or take two wires, keep them parallel. So these are all the examples where we are two wires which are parallel to each other, both are carrying current. Now, is there any magnetic field? We have not given any external magnetic field, only current in both the conductors. So now we take the special example taking that current in both the conductors is in the same direction. One is conductor 1 carrying current I1 as shown in the diagram, and conductor 2 carrying current I2. These conductors are very long conductors. So in mathematical language we can say they are infinitely long. Otherwise in language of physics they are quite long compared to the space we are including. Now we will take its magnetic effect only for a particular length. Let us say that length is L. Even if it is a very long length, if we take a force applied on a particular length L, then there will be a term force per unit length, means force on 1 meter of length. How do we find it? We will find the total force on this, which is length L. Even if it is a very long length, if we take a force applied on a particular length, then this total force is divided by length L and it will give force per unit length. Okay, so this we are going to find out whether there is any force of attraction or repulsion and what is the quantity of that force. Question also arises why there will be a force. If there is a current carrying conductor which is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a force. We have already discussed in previous lectures, the force is always normal to it. The whole conductor will try to move perpendicular to its direction. This current carrying conductor creating a magnetic field all around it. So, conductor 2 which is placed in the magnetic field of conductor 1. So, question also arises whether conductor 2 is not creating a magnetic field. So, answer is yes, it is creating a magnetic field, but its own current in its own magnetic field. And at what location? It is creating magnetic field along its axis. And we have done it that along the axis the force on the charges is 0. So this current, because of its own magnetic field, cannot experience force. So this will experience force by magnetic field of conductor 1. So we start calculation. What is the direction of that magnetic field? It is at right angle to the current. So motion of electric charges should be right angle to the magnetic field. And now how much is the magnetic field strength created by conductor 1 if a point is at a distance d? So magnetic field created by current 1 in first conductor is B1 equals to mu naught upon I1 2 pi into D. Now the conductor 2 carrying current I2 lying in the magnetic field which has got magnetic field strength given by B1 equals to mu naught I1 upon 2 pi D. Now what is the force of this? Force on conductor 2 due to conductor 1 is F21 equals to I2 L B1. I2 is the current in conductor 2 and B1 is the magnetic field of conductor 1. So I2 L, putting the value of B1 mu naught I1 upon 2 pi D. So F21 upon L equals to mu naught I1 I2 upon 2 pi D. This is the force per unit length on conductor 2 by conductor 1. Now we have to calculate force on conductor 1 by conductor 2. Force on conductor 1, according to Newton's third law, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So this force should be same as F21, but we can clarify it. So we have said this. Conductor 1 is lying in a magnetic field created by conductor 2. So how much is the magnetic field of conductor 2? Which is B2 equals to mu naught I2 upon 2 pi D. Now what is the force experienced by conductor 1 due to conductor 2, which is F12 equals to I1 L B2. Now F12 upon L equals to I1 B2, putting the value of B2 which is I1 into mu naught I2 upon 2 pi D. So F12 upon L equals to I1 I2 mu naught upon 2 pi D. So we have seen that in both forces magnitude of the forces is same, but what is the direction of these forces? So we have seen that in conductor 1 magnetic field is going inside. So according to left hand rule, direction of force is on right side, and in conductor 2 magnetic field is outside. So direction of force is on left side. So when the forces are towards each other, then there is a force of attraction. Magnitude of force is same, direction of force is towards each other, and we call it force of attraction. If the direction of current is not same, it is in opposite direction to each other, which is case number 2. So magnetic field is inside a conductor 2, so force direction is on right. In conductor 1, if magnetic field is inside, then force is on left. So the two forces are opposite and there is force of repulsion. So we can say if there are two conductors placed parallel to each other and the current is flowing in the same direction, then there is a force of attraction between the two, and the force is F21 equals to I2L mu naught I upon 2 pi D. If there are two conductors placed parallel to each other and the current is flowing in the opposite direction, then there is a force of repulsion between the two, and the force is F21 equals to I2L mu naught I upon 2 pi D. On this basis, we have many examples. Just like we have taken an example of a spring and we dipped it in a mercury and complete the circuit and switch it on. The moment the switch is on, all these parallel conductors which are carrying current in the same direction, they will get attracted and the spring will get short, because there is a force of attraction and the spring will go up, it gets shrunken. So there will be no current. Then it again, due to its weight, come down in the mercury, again current flow in it. So in this way the spring keeps on vibrating. So we can say that there will be a force of attraction between the parallel conductor. So this is the example of parallel current carrying conductor. Right. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.